Warning, this show has outdated attitudes, language, and views which may cause offense today. If you don't like it, suck it. Valhalla, what is your profession? Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dave G. Sound, Yodam, Darkstar, Purple Valkyrie, and Samantha Joe. The Valkyries are here. Chris Persia, good morning, brother. Trinoculus P. Vigilante Williams, Mary's Game Room. La Rihanna Creel is here, ladies and gentlemen. Trinoculus P, good morning. Curry, good morning, and hail, Curry. Mark the infinitely tired. Berta Brave 5, Kapla, brother, Kapla. Visigoth X, good morning. Nicole the Blind Mage, good morning, Nicole. Dee Dee Myers, good morning, brother. Good morning, Dee Dee. How is everyone doing out there this morning? And be geek, let's talk. Light the fires, Loki. Good morning. And to the Jester of Sin, good morning, brother. And Skull.
There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Thank you so very much for that skull, Jester of Sin, a $2 skull. You keep the lights on, brother. Thank you, Jester. Captain Shrek, good morning. Mark, the infinitely tired, is here, ladies and gentlemen. Gun Bunny, good morning. Gun Bunny, Yodam, Darkstar, the Doctor of Destruction, Adega Outlaw is here. Good morning, Adega. How are you doing, brother? Wow, guys, thank you so very much. Mountains of Elysium, greetings. Greetings, Mountains of Elysium. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so very much for coming and hanging out with me this morning. Guys, thank you. I want to let y'all know, Dave G. Sound, good morning. I have a special upload coming up in just about an hour and a half, a special upload to two very great gentlemen that shouted me out at the beginning of this month. So at 9:30 today, about 30 minutes after I go off the air, I've got an upload going out. If you could share that, guys, I would be so very grateful if you could share that, whether it's with a friend, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's anything you possibly do to share that video. It's coming up in about an hour and a half. A big thank you to two wonderful gentlemen that shouted me out at the beginning of this month and pushed me over the monetization threshold. Like I said, 9:30, if you guys could do that, I would appreciate that so very much. Az and Gary are two wonderful guys, and it is such an honor. They even know me. That they even know who the hell I am is completely insane to me. And I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something since they did that. And the least I can do is do a short thank you video for the two of them. Thank you guys so very much if you could do that. Seriously, that Project Storytime. I'm not on social media anymore. How can I share? I feel left out. You are on Discord. You are on Discord. If you could share with anybody on Discord, anything, even with a friend, even with a real life friend, brother, that would mean so very much to me because they deserve it, man. They deserve so much and more. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. I'm a small time guy. I am. I'm a small time guy with a wonderful morning show. And the fact that they even noticed me is completely out of this world for me. I feel like a school kid, when Gary's like, "Oh, Loki, yeah, I know Loki's Warnings of Mischief." And I'm like, oh my God. It's just nuts. I will get those the details, Fat Steven Seagal. It's coming up at 9:30. It's gonna be a video. It's coming up in an hour and a half. It's gonna be a short video. It's gonna be like a minute long. But anything you guys could do to share that, 'cause seriously, they deserve it so much. They get a lot of shit. We all get a lot of shit, but those guys get a lot of shit, and it's undeserved. Two great guys, and anybody that thinks we're all ists and obes and Yahtzees and all that bullshit is completely screwed up. It is completely screwed up that just because we have an opinion on something, we're labeled and put in a box. Yeah, low-key can fangirl Chris Persia. And now we know. Yeah. Yeah, now we know. These are, two guys that I've watched for a long time. I've been watching Gary since the beginning of all this. Since, the fandom started, I've watched Gary and people like Jeremy and Ethan and Jeff. That's what got me into this. That is what really got me into this and got me wanting to do this. And a big thank you for them today, coming up, like I said, about an hour and a half. So guys, but our show today, the CW has started axing their shows. The CW has started axing their own network, and it's starting with Supergirl. I have gotten word, and this isn't a fact yet. So this is a rumor that the Flash is on the chopping block too. That this is going to be the last season of the Flash. They've announced the Supergirl 6 seasons. Flash has had 7 seasons. So Supergirl started a year after the Flash, and it wasn't on the CW. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. Boom. CW axes Supergirl after season 6 following season 5's declining viewership by John F. Trent over in Bounding Into Comics. CW will cancel Supergirl following its 6th season that expected to debut on the network in 2021. Deadline's Nelly Andreeva reports the decision to cancel the show came after producers, the studio, the network, and Benoist came to a decision that it was better to end this show with a longer final season. How does it have a longer final season? How does that matter at all? I mean, you've got freaking Supernatural has been on the CW for what, 15, 16 seasons now? What does that matter? Andreeva also reports the creative team is currently working on storylines for the show's final 20 episodes of season 6. So 20 episodes is a long season now. Supergirl actress Melissa Benoist announced the show's cancellation on her Instagram, writing, "To say it has been an honor portraying this iconic character would be a massive understatement. Seeing the incredible impact the show has had on young girls around the world has always left me humble and speechless." Maybe, I don't know, maybe having it just have an effect on everyone. She continued, "She's had that impact on me too. She taught me strength I didn't know I had, to find hope in the darkest of places, and that we are stronger when we're united. What she stands for pushes all of us to be better. She has changed my life for the better, and I'm forever grateful." Benoist concluded, "I'm so excited that we get to plan our conclusion to this amazing journey, and I cannot wait for you to see what we have in store. I promise we're going to make it a hell of a final season." And there's a picture of her geeking out. Supergirl, which was originally broadcast on CBS, averaged a 1.68 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic with an average of 7.68 million viewers per episode, according to TV series finale. In season 2, the show moved to the CW, where it had a 0.73 rating with an average viewership of 2.356 million per episode. The show would see marginal declines for season 3 with 0.51 rating and average viewership of 1,835,000 per episode. Season 4 continued the show's decline with a 0.35 rating. Season 5 saw the show fall off a cliff with a 0.22 rating and only 8.37 million per episode. However, that average viewership was buoyed by the premiere episode, which saw a 1.2 million tune-in, and the Elseworld crossover series, which saw 1.668 million tune-in. The final 8 episodes of the season never saw the show's viewership go over 700,000. There's a reason for that, isn't there, ladies and gentlemen? We're not stupid. We know. We know what happened. We know where the show went. And that's the problem, isn't it? That's why people weren't tuning in, because it was the same rhetoric every single week. While season 6 will be the last season for Supergirl, it doesn't necessarily mean the character will no longer appear in the CW's Connected Arrowverse universe. The CW picked up Constantine and incorporated him into the Arrowverse in both Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow after the character's show on ABC was canceled after its first season. They have a giant crossover event they'll bring her in. And the CW is also spinning off a Superman and Lois show from Supergirl that will star Supergirl's Tyler Hoechlin as Clark Kent and Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois. It's quite possible Supergirl could make an appearance in that show down the line and any crossover event. So season 6 will be the last and Supergirl is canceled. I'm not surprised. Am I surprised to hear that The Flash will follow suit? No, I'm not surprised about that either. Flash started a year before Supergirl. Why they have not announced that yet, I do not know. Again, that is a rumor, but it is a rumor I believe. And it's a rumor I believe because that show has also seen the same type of declines since season 1. What changed? What changed on these shows? Supergirl had this badass first year run on CBS. It had a good story. I was interested. I loved it when we got a Flash crossover that was not announced. I love that. I really did. When Barry's on the Flash and he's testing this new equipment and he gets shot through a wormhole. No, it's not Farscape. He opened a gateway into the multiverse and ran through it. Ends up in Supergirl's Earth. No one's ever heard of Barry Allen. Ends up having a team up. But on the Flash, that didn't happen. He runs through the portal and then suddenly Barry's back at Star Labs and he's like, am I back? And you're like, where the hell did he go? Well, you had to be watching Supergirl. They did not announce this. They did not talk about this. They did not shout it out to the heavens. You had to watch. And that was really cool, you know. Nowadays, they're like, in 4 weeks, it will be the superhero crossover of the year with chaos in the multiverse. Now it's just like, oh, they're going to do it again this year. They're going to do it again. And that's just the way they're going to do it. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. In the beginning, they didn't pull shit like that. They just had a really good show and they focused on having really good shows. Rest in peace, killed by Channel Woke. Yes, Mr. Hyde. That is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened to The Flash. That is exactly what happened to Supergirl. That is exactly what happened to Legends. I hate it. I hate it. The same thing happened to Arrow. Arrow started out so cool. You have failed this city. And then they just went fucking bullshit. And like is said, like, I mentioned Gary earlier. Like Gary said, they have emotional conversations in hallways, and that's the whole show. That's the whole show. And Captain Shrek, Loki, I'm looking forward to the last episode of Farscape. We will be doing for a while on Thursday with a big surprise. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving away Crichton's Pulse Pistol Winona from Farscape. We will be giving away a model of Crichton's Pulse Pistol Winona. If you would like to be entered into that drawing, send me an email at stone_Loki@hotmail.com. That is stone_Loki. Don't spell underscore, just put underscore. Loki@hotmail.com. And I will enter you into the drawing we are having tomorrow morning. Like I said, we are giving away a hand-built replica of Crichton's Pulse Pistol Winona. So if you guys want a chance to win it, by all means, send me an email. I'll give it to you one more time, stone_Loki@hotmail.com. Chris Persia has it thrown out there in the chat. Boom. There it is. Shoot me an email. Let me know you want to win it. We will be having the drawing tomorrow morning, along with the man who made it guesting on my show. So while we give our view on the season 2 finale of Farscape, and Farscape will be going away for just a little while because we're going to be covering another series on the show. And I don't want to do a retro series and a new series at the same time. Chris Persia, shout out to Robert Pearson for donating it. Yes, our wonderful, the Q of Valhalla, Robert Pearson, has made this wonderful replica and is donating it for the Farscape review show. Thank you so very much, Robert Pearson. Brother, thank you. It is absolutely cool. You didn't have to do what you did, but he sat down and he made the mold. He made his own mold for this gun. It looks exactly like Winona in Farscape. Looks absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to give that away to a lucky person out there watching. So remember, stone_Loki@hotmail.com. Send that to me. Let me know, hey, I'm raising my hand. I want the Pulse Pistol. And we will get you entered into the drawing so you can win it. But back to the CW, because they have literally burned their own damn house down. I really loved The Flash, and I really liked Arrow. I wasn't completely sold on Arrow, especially after season 2, but seeing like Slade Wilson, I think the guy who played Slade Wilson was perfect. I really liked him. I really liked the story they came up with. I really liked the island bit, but it got to the point where you're doing emotional conversations in hallway is like the mainstay of the show, and you're like, no, guys, that is not what we're doing. And then it went from a late night soap opera to a woke, injected, green, booby milk drinking farce of what it should be. And the same thing happened to The Flash. And the same thing happened to Supergirl. And Legends, I just was like, I can't do it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I did not like the Canaries. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that was like, no, I like Laurel as Laurel. I thought Laurel was good until they did the whole, like, I'm an alcoholic thing. And it's like, guys, they've done this in show after show. Do something original. Do some kind of thing that is only in Central City or only in Star City or something. But besides this trope that is part of soap operas and late night television. This is a superhero show. Act like it's a superhero show. Treat it like it's a superhero show. I get it. Arrow's like an anti-hero, and he's like killing people at the beginning of the series. But still, you don't have to go like so soy that we're like, no, I can't even drink the coffee now. You've tainted the coffee and I can't even drink it now because you bastards want to go in this direction. And then they do the crossovers, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, it's a crossover, so it's got to be good. They got to be bringing their A game, and they say these stupid things, and they do these stupid things, and I'm just, guys, come on. When you're saying things like make the A race great again, I'm just like, oh. Guys, we know what you're doing. We know what you're. Don't be so just bleh about it, guys. Please. And girls, when Supergirl, the show, ceases to be about Supergirl and is about her sister, and that's like the main point of the show. Every 5 minutes. It's focusing on her sister, not focusing on her. Yeah, Vigilante Williamson, when Laurel became Black Canary, that was the beginning of the end for me. Yeah, I liked her better as her. You know, she had a good role. They didn't have to spice up her character. She's a lawyer. She could have been lawyering for them the whole time and getting them out of all kinds of shit. Just leave her as the DA. Leave her as the DA. Of course, she's like, in her 20s in the DA, but still. And speaking of Laura was actually the original Ruby on Supernatural, a CW show that has survived for 16 seasons now. Oh, it's never going to end. But they can't keep Supergirl on the air for more than 6 seasons. They're the rumor around the campfire is they're canceling Flash. So what's going to be left? Superman and Legends? Is that what we're going to have? Superman and Legends? Yeah, when they have to get rid of Superman Light to make Supergirl look better, then they got rid of him totally. But don't forget, Supergirl's always been more powerful than Superman. One of the things that I read in the 90s concerning Supergirl was that she processed sunlight different than Superman. And I was like, okay, what are they? She processes it more efficiently. So when it comes to using that energy, her energy reserves are larger. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, that means that if it was like a straight up fight and she could hang like rope-a-dope Superman, she could beat him. I liked that idea. I really did. It's like, no, can she match Superman's strength for strength? No. But if it came down to a long fight, like to the death, long fight, if she rope-a-doped his ass, she could take him. Colin P. Smith, Loki, season 1, Supergirl's sister. Yeah. As soon as it shipped to CW, she discovers. Yes, I know. It was a trope. And you know what, guys? That is not that community's fault. It's the CW's fault. Not everybody likes what they've done, how they've made this a trope, how they've turned these characters into tropes. We don't like it, and that community doesn't really like it either. I do know members of the community, and they don't like it either. I can't speak for all of them, but from what I understand, a majority of them does not like it. CW Room, how to make our girls on the show stronger. Let's turn some of them into sleeping around and others, into men that are not. Yeah. And Skull Jesse, thank you so very much, brother. We'll give you some Godzilla this morning. Skull! Yeah, no group. Vigilante Williamson, no group likes being a shield for incompetence. Thank you so very much, Vigilante Williams. And again, thank you, Jesse. You guys keep the lights burning bright in Valhalla each and every day. Mark Damonly tired Loki, but everyone wants to be part of Team Flash with a non-meta as the hero. What exactly? Who are we talking about, Mark? I know who we're talking about. But who are we talking about, Mark? It can't be her. No, she doesn't do anything wrong. She is Team Flash. She runs. Barry doesn't run. You know, without Iris, Barry wouldn't run. It's that simple. And Chris Persia, Iris, you know damn well, Loki, who we're talking about. Yes, I do. But you know, without her, why don't they just say Iris is the world's greatest detective? Not just the greatest detective, but the greatest speedster. Remember, she was a speedster and in one day could run faster and further than Barry. In one day, she learned how to be the best speedster ever. Don't forget that. Joss Whedon to the CW. If the SJW apocalypse that you contributed to comes, beat me. Yeah. Buenos noches, the grumpy diabetic. Good morning, brother. How are you doing this morning? Iris, the woke journalist. They've done it to every series. She has a giant chip on her shoulder. And I'm not just talking about the character. We watched the actress have almost a like meltdown in the DC fandom where she talks on the Flash panel. Not one smile. Not one smile. Everyone on that panel was happy. They were like, hi. And Grant Gustafson was like, man, I love you guys so much. And there's Iris like, we have to end the world because of this. And you're like, whoa, what happened? Who like destroyed the Kool-Aid, guys? What? MB Geek, let's talk. Remember when on Smallville and Lois had Clark's powers and he is helping her to deal with what he deals with every day? Now, that was an awesome episode. Yes, Jesse, it was. That was a wonderful, awesome episode. There was nothing wrong with that episode. He did the same thing to Lana, too, because Lana got its powers. And he had to help them deal with it. He had to show them, hey, this is how this works. I believe Lana like pulled the door off the refrigerator and he's like, you can't just grab something because you have to be careful. You could break someone's arm if you shake their hand too hard. And he's like warning them and he's got to teach them. After The Boys, the concept of a super fast superhero will just never be the same. Oh yeah, A-Train. Visigoth X, yes, A-Train. You know, someone steps out on the sidewalk, splat, and that's it. Okay, let's be honest. None of American television was that great even before the woke awakening. Talent has been a sin since the 90s. It's not all of Hollywood. It's not, you know. There are people that work hard. I honestly believe that Grant Gustaf is a wonderful actor. I really do. He's a good guy. And when he got the Flash, when he became Barry, he geeked like a little school kid. Who wouldn't? You know, who wouldn't? You find out you're going to be cast as the Flash, as Barry Allen. He's like, oh, that's so cool. And he's a down to earth guy. He's a down to earth person that he doesn't let it go to his head. You look at the interviews with Iris in season 1 of The Flash, and she's smiling, she's laughing, she's having a good time. And then suddenly, this shadow comes across her face around season 4 or 5. And suddenly, she is a hostile bitch to be around. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Did something happen in real life? Sit down. You know, if I was Grant, I'd be like, sit down and talk to me. What is going on? What has happened to you? Because it's coming out on screen. Not only is it coming out in real life, but it's coming out on screen as well. And the viewers, the people that love our show, they're going to see this and they're going to be like, what the hell happened to Iris? But maybe that, never happened. Maybe he never had that talk with her. Maybe he didn't notice. I don't know. Maybe he's so used to being around her every day that it's just the norm now. Keely Chow, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman did the same thing with Lois ending up with Superman. Yeah, it's always happened. There's always been a transference of some kind. And Carlos Albanese, have a great day, brother. Have a great day. See you later, man. Yeah, that would make wrong. Where the hell did that go? There it is. Stupid chat jumped on me. That would make Grant an istophobe. Oh, I'm sure it would. You even ask what's wrong nowadays, and it's like, oh, you're caring about people and hoping that nothing is wrong. I'm sure makes you something. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I'm sure they have a label for what we are when we actually give a shit. Boom, right there. James Andrew Morrison. Yeah, I love that interview where Henry is asked about the toxic fans, and he replies, it's passion. It's passion, not toxicity. God, I would love to shake his hand and be like, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Daredevil did it right, but hidden now on the Forbidden Network of Netflix. Shh, we dare not say its name. The network that will not be named. Is that what it's turning into? The network that will not be named? Is Netflix the Voldemort of networks now? Is it the network that shall not be named? Grumpy Diabetic is off to make donuts. Have a good one. Have a good one, Grumpy Diabetic. Iris was pretty dope in the early seasons. Sucks to see her sour since I've turned it off. I really liked Iris at first. I was like, cool. She's really cool. And once they started dating, once they came together and started dating, I was like, this is going to be really cool. They really belong together. And then it's like those things in the first Jurassic Park movie. You're like, oh, hello, little dinosaur. Fuck! Yeah, it came out of nowhere. You were like, oh, so cute. Hello, little dino. Yeah, no. Anyone remember the Superboy series? Yes, I do, Colin P. Smith, where the lead actor changed between seasons. Yep. They can't get away with that shit anymore. There's no way they can get away with the lead change now. They can get away with a B-roll. They did that with Sarah Lance. They did that with White Canary. They changed her, but you only got one episode with her in it in the first season. So, and you got a picture of her. There was a picture of her. You can clearly tell it's not the woman that plays Sarah Lance in Arrow and in Legends. It's not the same person. Have you seen the stupid Karen statues that Netflix has put up? No, I have not. No, I have not, James Andrew Morrison. Send me a DM on Twitter. I can't believe it. I'll just look them up after the show. No, I have not. Yes, I saw even pointless fictional characters, pure virtue signaling. Yeah, that's all it is pure fucking virtue signaling and kowtowing and bowing. And look how woke we are. And look how much we can bend over and take it from everyone that says we need to do this and we need to do that. Does no one stand and say we will not kneel anymore? Seriously. Does no one do that anymore? Low key, it's to do with Sherlock's sister movie. What? Sherlock's sister. Oh, God. No. 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 Are you fucking kidding me? Please tell me you're kidding. Enola Holmes. Please tell me you are fucking kidding me. No. Oh! No. But yeah, woke Sherlock Holmes' sister movie is coming to Netflix. Sherlock is useless and Enola has to save it. I hope that Arthur Conan Doyle comes back and fucking stomps a mud hole in everyone associated with that fucking movie and everyone at Netflix. Oh. Burn it the fuck down. Awoka Holmes. Son of a bitch. You it's true. 2020 film. What the fuck? Seriously? While searching for her missing mother, intrepid Tina Enola Holmes uses her sleuthing skills to outsmart Big Brother Sherlock and help a runaway lord. Isn't that special? Millie Bobby Brown as Enola. Henry Cavill is the bumbling Sherlock Holmes. Son of a bitch. Helena Bonham Carter. I like her. Eudora Holmes. Mycroft Holmes. Sam Claflin is going to be the other brother. He never had a sister. He had a brother. Oh, man. I've got audience reviews. Let's look at the audience reviews. Not a good story. Ending is boring. Nothing like other Sherlock or detective movies. Explanation. In the trailer, we see the boy and Enola, who mostly look the same age. In train trying to escape, and that itself suggests they're going to fall in love. Predictable. Finding the clues was easy. All it took was finding the words and The fourth wall is not a good idea. In detective movies, we won't feel that much excitement. If they're going to make a detective movie, make it about cases. And it can detective's personal life, but it should be more about the cases. Of course, because guys, what you don't understand and what the problem with all these fucking SJWs is that they don't write good detective stories. They don't write good sci-fi. They don't write good anything. They go internal. They did the same thing with that fucking disgrace Hooties. They go internal. And they're really talking about themselves. This is my story. It's not Enola Holmes' story. It's their story. Yep, there it is. James Andrew Morrison. How did I know? I knew. I didn't know for sure, but I knew. What did I say? Enola was created in 2006 by a lesbian feminist journalist. The books ran for 4 years, but nobody bought them, so they were canceled. That's because the books were about her. It wasn't about a girl named Enola. They were about her. And it's not the fact that she's a feminist or a lesbian. It's the feminist. The feminist portion of that is the problem. Can you be a lesbian and write great stories? Of course you can. Being a lesbian doesn't matter. It doesn't enter in the equation. It's the feminist horseshit. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's the SJW mindset and the feminist bullshit. That is the problem. Yeah, not even by a relative of Sir. That's because his work is out there. It's public. Anybody can do whatever they want to. It's not something that's copyrighted. It's been around so long that there is no copyright. Anybody can write it. Good morning, Nina Green. How are you doing this morning? We are obviously not doing well and talking about the giant furball that is Enola Holmes. Every SJW story turns into a powerful fantasy. Psycho Dwarf 9 with a $5 super chat. Power fantasy, yeah. Yeah, where they are the bestest ever, and every man is nothing. Thank you so very much, Psycho Dwarf 9 and Skull.
There it is! It's beautiful! Take your hat off, boy, that's a dollar bill!
Thank you, Psycho Dwarf 9. You and everyone that has thrown out a super chat today has kept the home fires burning in Valhalla. Thank you, sir. Genoculus P, political hacks can't write. They just accuse and denigrate. Stupid writing by and for stupid people. They wouldn't know a good story if it slapped them in the face and sprayed green booby milk everywhere. Oh, Vigilante Williamson, if you're going to do a woke Sherlock Holmes, why pay the money for Gavel? Oh, because it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. These jokers get what they fucking deserve. Thank you, Vigilante Williamson. You know, there are good people. There are good people in Hollywood. There are good people that are working their asses off trying to make a living. And there are people that work in the crew making a movie. There are people that work behind the scenes. There's young talent rising through the ranks that are talented. They just don't want them. And they have to eke out a meager existence. The Hollywood elite is burning down Hollywood, and they're going to burn down everyone in it for their own stunning and brave bullshit. Shellback right there. Boom. Stunning and brave and fire. That's right. They're going to burn it down for stunning and brave. And it's not going to be the $1 million celebrities that move to Spain and hide out because they don't want to get an ankle bracelet put on them. It's the hardworking men and women that work behind the scenes. It's the young people that really want to make movies, that want to do a job, that love acting. Guys, I love doing voice work. I did voice work over the weekend for another content creator, and I did voice work yesterday for a friend doing a new series. I love getting the opportunity to do voice work. I love getting the opportunity to present my showmanship each and every morning. I do not and will not go down on my knees for anyone. And that's why I'm not there. That's why that first year of college, when I took drama, I said, nope, I will not go down on my knees for you or anyone else to get a part in a stupid fucking production of whatever. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you offer me. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. My work should speak for itself, not how well my knees are shined. Sorry. It's not going to happen. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Jimmy Kimmel. I take responsibility for having no control over what gender I was born as. I take responsibility on how asinine people think you owe an apology for it. Has anyone noticed the difference in talent between stars of the 40s and 50 and today? Yeah. They appreciated what they got to do, and they loved it. Let me tell you something. Tom Mix, to me, is one of the greatest old school black and white actors there were. And he did a lot of work as Wyatt Earp. And he became friends with Wyatt. He worked with him closely on different projects. wanting to know, hey, how can I be like you were? How can I act like you did? And they became friends. When Wyatt Earp died, Tom Mix was crying at the funeral. He didn't lose someone he worked with. He lost his best friend. The humanity was still there. And when they lost that, they lost everything. Colin P. Smith, Loki, and all because they think the 1% of the West that's on woke Twitter is actually the whole world. They know what they're doing, dude. It's not that they think that. They know exactly what they're doing. And they're doing all this on purpose. They're doing all this to push a narrative so that you and everyone else, anyone that stands up against it, is an ist, an obe. It's political in nature. You know, we don't really talk politics on the show. I don't get into politics, but this is very much political, and it goes both ways, not just one way. That's the problem. You have got a culture war going on behind the scenes between multiple groups, and they will use groups. They will use groups for their own end. One side will point their fingers. One side will support. Back and forth it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. You can get canceled at any time. You can get told to shut up anytime. You can get told to go down on your knees. And a Dega Outlaw says, no knee pads in Valhalla. We do not kneel. Eventually, do I think things will find some form of normality? Yes, I do. But I don't know when that's going to happen. Some people say it's going to happen at the end of this year. I do not think it will. I do not think this is going to stop. I think these guerrilla ops that are going on in Hollywood, in the political world, on YouTube, are going to continue. And that's what's fucked up. That's what I don't want to see happen. We love our entertainment, and our entertainment has been dumped on. Whether it be the Terminator, whether it be the Halloween series, whether it's Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever you love, you've seen it, you felt it, you've been in the exact same position I have. It's cut you, and it's cut you deep. It hurts. AB Geek, let's talk. My father and I sat down and watched The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance back when story and acting was so awesome. Indeed, dude. The Duke was the shit. I love the Duke, but the Duke was political too. Things were political then too. It was just, it didn't slide up in your face like it does now. Things have always been political. They've just been underlining. They've been underlined. They've been shadows. Can a movie have a political message? Yes, it can. Does it have to be in your face? No, it doesn't. They don't care about that right now. They don't want that right now. They want to send a message. They want to teach you a lesson. They want you saying, okay, we get it. We love you, and we love this side. And that's all we're going to love. And if you don't do that, well, then they're going to point your finger at you, and they're going to pull out the bell, and they're going to say, shame. Ding, 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 shame. Ding, 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 shame. Ding, 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 ding. Because that's what they're doing. That's what they've been doing. That's why we have such a problem with it. That's why we're so freaking tired of it. Kev L, only one side is pushing for the removal of the Constitution and all it stands for. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that at all, Kev L. But that doesn't mean that both sides don't try and get their political message out there and push it in your face. I do not believe in the removal of the Constitution. I believe in all that the Constitution stands for. That is my belief. That is my political stance. I've always been a moderate. I've always said I will vote for who I believe is going to do the best job. I have never voted along party lines in my life, ever. That will change very soon. And it sucks. It sucks. I'm gonna say that right now. That fucking sucks. But I don't see any other way. For the first time in my life, I don't see any other way. And it bothers me. It does. Some people, I vote full party every single time. I never have. I do my research. I look at who I'm going to vote for, and I vote. And that's what I do. That's what I've always done. And I can't do that this time. I can't do that because of what one side stands for. So that's where I'm at, and I hate it. And I know that's where a lot of other people are at and they hate it. So I'm not going to get into politics. That's as much politics as I will get into. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here this morning. I absolutely love each and every one of you. Thank you. Please, guys, like I said, I've got a video coming up in just over half an hour. It will premiere at 9:30. If you could share that video with anyone and everyone you can, I would so very much appreciate it, because Az and Gary, they deserve so much success. They really do, for the work that they do. And the fact that they gave me that shout out, I could not be more thankful. I could not be more thankful. So guys, if you could share that video, please, I would very much appreciate it. 9:30, that is in, like I said, a little over 30 minutes on this channel. Thank you guys, so very much. Thank you for everyone. Vote Pedro. Shellback TJC. Yeah, vote Pedro. That'll be pretty easy. Oh, thank you so very much, guys. Everyone have a great day. Don't forget the Valkyries are coming up in a little over an hour on their channel for their morning show. Guys, have a great one. Thank you so very much for being here. And I will catch you all tonight for a Doom run through. We're going to play some Doom. I'm going to be hanging out with Purple Valkyrie on the channel, playing Doom. Guys, take it easy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all later tonight.
videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.